John Dillinger Criminal Saga. Of course you heard the name John Dillinger. In the quiet streets of Indianapolis, amid the Great Depression, a young man named John found himself drawn to the allure of a life less ordinary. Born on June 22, 1903, John grew up in a working-class family, feeling the weight of financial struggles that defined the era. His father was a grocer by trade and was reportedly a harsh man, and his mother died just before his 3rd birthday. The economic hardship of the times, coupled with a rebellious spirit, set the stage for his descent into a world of crime. As a teenager, his initial brushes with the law were minor, but it wasn't long before he graduated to more serious offenses. He was reported to be frequently in trouble for fighting and petty theft, while also known for bullying small children. John's father tried to save him upon noticing that the city was corrupting his son. He relocated his family elsewhere, but his son's behavior remained unchanged. In 1922, when John was arrested for auto theft, his relationship with his dad deteriorated. John married Beryl Ethel Hovius in 1924. Even though she was just a teenager when she got married, Beryl had her family's blessing to wed John. They saw him as a gentle and committed young man, far from the future accounts that would grace newspaper headlines. The couple initially resided in a cozy bedroom at the Dillinger farm, but due to space constraints, they eventually relocated to the Hovius residence. John later secured employment as a furniture upholsterer, enabling them to afford a home on Martinsville's Main Street. Beryl cherished her time with him, his thoughtful gestures, often bringing her gifts and trinkets upon his return from work, and bonding activities like listening to the radio, reading, playing cards, and indulging in heartfelt conversations. But everything ended on September 6, 1924, when John spent the night shooting pool a friend who had served time in jail for armed robbery. The two attacked an elderly grocer, with John getting caught later and the other one escaping. At first, their love continued to triumph, being separated by prison bars and hundreds miles. She, however, filed for divorce in 1929. In 1933, John was freed from prison and started his criminal life. As the Great Depression deepened its grip on the American heartland, John and his gang embarked on a spree of audacious bank heists that would etch their names into criminal folklore. The charisma that had endeared Dillinger to his criminal cohorts became a weapon, shaping him into a natural leader within the burgeoning underworld. The banks of the Midwest felt the impact of his criminal ingenuity. His heists were meticulously planned, executed with precision, and marked by a flair that captured the imagination of a nation grappling with economic despair. John and his gang's daring escapades turned them into larger-than-life figures. Their exploits splashed across front pages as the media reveled in the drama of their crimes. As the 1930s progressed, the pursuit of John Dillinger intensified, and law enforcement agencies, particularly the newly formed Federal Bureau of Investigation, turned their focus to bringing down the charismatic criminal. John's escapes from law enforcement became the stuff of legend. Each encounter with the authorities showcased his audacity and resourcefulness. The FBI, armed with new technological advancements and investigative methods, struggled to keep pace with the elusive criminal. The cat-and-mouse game captivated the nation, with newspapers and radio broadcasts providing daily updates on the hunt. The FBI's pursuit reached a fever pitch, with high-profile shootouts and narrow escapes heightening the drama. John's ability to evade capture, often slipping through the fingers of law enforcement in daring fashion, only added to his mystique. Meanwhile, the alliances within the criminal underworld began to strain under the pressure, as the collective weight of the law bore down on John and his associates. Technological advancements, such as the use of fingerprints and advances in forensic science, were employed in the pursuit of John. The modernization of law enforcement marked a turning point in the battle between the criminal and those sworn to uphold the law. The manhunt became a symbol of the evolving tactics used by law enforcement agencies in the face of an increasingly sophisticated criminal landscape. As the pursuit of John reached its zenith, the stage was set for the final act in the dramatic saga of America's most infamous outlaw. That time, John was already identified as part of 12 distinct bank heists spanning from June 21, 1933, to June 30, 1934. He also led the Dillinger gang, which was accused of robbery of 24 banks and 4 police stations. The beginning of the end came with a betrayal. The notorious lady in red Anna Companas, also known as Anna Sage, a former associate seeking leniency from the authorities, provided crucial information that led to the FBI closing in on Dillinger. On July 22, 1934, Anna assisted the FBI in tracking down the public enemy number 1 at the Biograph Theater in Chicago, USA, after having seen Manhattan Melodrama, 1934. John was killed that evening. The demise of John marked the end of an era and the conclusion of a chapter in American crime. The trial that followed brought attention to the methods used by law enforcement and the blurred lines between justice and the pursuit of celebrity criminals. His imprisonment and ultimate demise outside the Biograph Theater became a cautionary tale, a warning to those who sought to follow in his footsteps. Meanwhile, the cultural impact of John endured long after his demise. Books, movies, and folk songs immortalized his criminal exploits. The image of the daring outlaw who challenged authority resonated with a public still grappling with the aftermath of the Great Depression. legacy of John extended beyond the confines of his criminal activities. His life and death served as a reflection of the societal tensions and economic hardships of the time. His story became a symbol of an era defined by both desperation and resilience, where outlaws could capture the imagination of a nation and leave an indelible mark on the pages of history. As the curtain fell on the life of John Dillinger, the echoes of his exploits continued to reverberate through the collective memory of a nation, forever leaving an imprint on the American criminal landscape and the cultural narrative of the Great Depression. And with that, we have come to the end of our video. Please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. This is Ben saying, see you next time.